With 1,025 horsepower and a staggering 1,198 lb-ft of torque, does the new Rivian R1S have what it takes to dethrone the Hummer SUV as the reigning Super EV? We don't throw around the term supercar lightly. Typically, it's reserved for exotic machines with unrivaled power, pedigree, and razor-sharp handling. The idea of an SUV, especially one tipping the scales at over 4 tons, encroaching on supercar territory, was once laughable. But not anymore. GMC has been championing the super truck concept with its Hummer EV since its 2021 debut, and its 2025 Hummer EV SUV 3X doesn't disappoint. Sporting 830 horsepower from its tri-motor setup, it's no slouch. With a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of 3.3 seconds, the Hummer is faster than some of the world's elite sports cars, like the Ferrari Purosang. Plus, it's still rare, with only a few thousand models on the road since 2022. But then comes Rivian with its second-generation R1S SUV. This beast, when fitted with Rivian's in-house quad-motor setup, churns out an earth-shaking 1,025 horsepower, making it the most powerful SUV available today. Naturally, the only true competitor is the Hummer EV, so we lined them up to see which one is more suited for the supercar mantle. Insane speed. Rivian versus Hummer. Let's cut straight to the good stuff. Speed. The Rivian R1S quad rockets from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a jaw-dropping 2.6 seconds. Yes, you read that right. That's quicker than a Corvette E-Ray, Ford Mustang Dark Horse, and even 0.1 seconds faster than the $475,000 McLaren 750S Coupe. It also dusted the quarter mile in just 10.5 seconds. No small feat for a vehicle that weighs 6,824 pounds. The Hummer EV SUV isn't far behind. Despite its 4-ton heft, it manages 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds, covering the quarter mile in 11.8 seconds. But it's held back by a 112 miles per hour speed limiter. Plus, its WTF Watts to Freedom mode unleashes so much torque that it overwhelms the 35-inch all-terrain tires, resulting in some wild wheel spin at launch. How do they handle? Both the Rivian and Hummer blast off like supercars, but how do they handle when the road gets twisty? The Hummer's 14 inches of suspension travel and adaptive air ride smooth out road imperfections with ease. But on sharp turns, it feels like a roller coaster ride, pitching and yawing dramatically with each steering, throttle, or brake input. Its wide stance and towering height don't help, making narrow roads feel even more nerve-wracking. Four-wheel steering saves the day, giving it a surprisingly tight turning circle of just 34.5 feet. The Rivian R1S, on the other hand, feels far more nimble. Weighing almost a full ton less, it corners flat and handles tight roads with grace. Its air suspension and hydraulic dampers work wonders to keep body roll in check, while its grippy Michelin tires provide ample cornering force. Rivian's extensive drive modes, including the new launch control, make it easy to dial in the perfect setup for any driving condition. Range and charging. Long journeys ahead. Both SUVs boast impressive range. The Hummer's massive 199.1 kilowatt-hour battery provides an EPA-estimated 312 miles of range, while Rivian claims the R1S can achieve 355 miles from its smaller battery. However, in real-world highway testing, both fell short. 245 miles for the Hummer and 274 miles for the Rivian. Charging is surprisingly quick for both, with the Hummer maxing out at 300 kilowatts and the Rivian at 220 kilowatts. Both can go from 5 to 80% charge in under an hour, but the Hummer's larger battery makes it a bit slower to reach full charge. Interiors. Sophistication versus rugged fun. Step inside the Rivian R1S and you'll be greeted with an upscale, tech-savvy cabin. From plaid floor mats to real wood trim, Rivian nails the details. However, the third-row seating is cramped, and some tech features, like adjusting the mirrors and steering wheel through the screen, might frustrate traditionalists. The Hummer's interior is equally bold, though it feels more familiar, like stepping into a Sierra pickup. The two-tone design, lunar-inspired accents, and physical buttons are all well done. But cheap plastics and a somewhat clunky infotainment screen detract from its premium feel. The verdict: Rivian takes the crown. After putting both SUVs through their paces, it's clear that while the Hummer offers outrageous fun and off-road dominance, the Rivian R1S is in a league of its own. With its blend of mind-bending performance, sophisticated design, and impressive handling, the R1S earns its place among supercars. The Hummer might be a blast for giggling around town, but the Rivian is the one you'd want for the long haul. So, does the 2025 Rivian R1S Quad Ascend deserve to be called a supercar? Absolutely.